Have you ever stopped to think about what it really means to grow old healthily and happily? Many people believe that old age is just a phase of limitations, but I'm here to show you that this stage of life can be one of the richest and most rewarding. Yes, you can grow old with vitality, joy, and purpose, but this doesn't happen by chance. You need to adopt healthy habits and cultivate a positive mindset. Today, we're going to explore the 7 secrets that can transform your journey into old age into a period of fulfillment. Living well in old age goes beyond taking care of your body. It also means nourishing your mind and spirit. Studies show that people who maintain healthy habits and social connections live longer and better. However, many neglect these aspects, falling into traps such as a sedentary lifestyle, poor diet, or social isolation. What about you? Are you taking care of yourself the right way? In this video, we'll uncover the most common mistakes that harm health and happiness at this stage of life and, most importantly, present practical solutions that you can start applying today. If you want to make the most of your golden years, stay with me until the end of this video. You deserve to live a peaceful, healthy, and meaningful old age. Let's go on this journey together. When we think about aging healthily, one of the biggest enemies we face is a sedentary lifestyle. Many people believe that as they reach old age, they should rest more or avoid physical activities for fear of getting hurt. But the truth is exactly the opposite. The human body needs to move to function well, regardless of age. A sedentary lifestyle can accelerate aging, contribute to chronic diseases such as diabetes and hypertension, and even affect our mental health. When we stop moving regularly, our muscles weaken, our mobility decreases, and even our mood can be impacted. Studies show that a lack of physical activity is directly linked to increased stress, anxiety, and depression. In addition, staying still for long periods of time can lead to joint pain and heart problems. But here's the good news. You don't have to run a marathon to reap the benefits of movement. Simple activities like daily walks, gentle stretching, or even dancing at home can make a huge difference. The important thing is to find something you enjoy and can incorporate into your routine. Remember, every little step counts when it comes to taking care of your body. If you want to age healthily and happily, start prioritizing movement today. Your body and mind will thank you deeply. Have you ever heard the phrase, "We are what we eat"? In old age, this maxim becomes even truer. Food is one of the pillars of aging healthily and happily, but many people make the mistake of prioritizing processed foods rich in sugar, salt, and fat. These excesses can have serious consequences such as diabetes, hypertension, and heart disease. In addition to directly affecting our energy and disposition, an unbalanced diet not only harms the body, but also impacts our mind. Studies show that a diet rich in ultra-processed foods can increase the risk of depression and anxiety. On the other hand, a balanced diet based on fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats can improve our physical, emotional, and even cognitive health. Nutrients such as omega-3, antioxidants, and B vitamins are essential for keeping the brain functioning well. But how can you adopt a balanced diet? The secret lies in small changes. Replace sweets with fruit, reduce salt in your meals, and include more fresh foods in your menu. It's not about completely eliminating the foods you like, but rather finding a balance that benefits your health. Remember, every food choice is an opportunity to invest in your future. If you want to live longer and better, start taking care of your diet today. Your body and mind deserve this special care. Have you ever noticed how everything seems more difficult when we don't sleep? Well, in old age, a good night's sleep is even more crucial to maintaining health and happiness. Unfortunately, many people at this age have difficulty sleeping, whether due to insomnia, sleep apnea, or simply because they neglect the importance of a proper rest routine. But here's the truth. Sleep is not just a luxury, it is essential for the functioning of the body and mind. When we sleep poorly, our immune system is weakened, increasing the risk of disease. In addition, lack of sleep can harm our memory, concentration, and even our mood, leading to irritability and stress. Studies show that people who sleep less than 6 hours a night are more likely to develop heart and cognitive problems. On the other hand, a good night's sleep helps the body recover, regulates hormones, and promotes mental clarity. But how can you improve the quality of your sleep? First, create a consistent routine, going to bed and waking up at the same time every day. Avoid caffeine and heavy meals before bed and try to create a quiet, dark environment. Practices such as meditation or light reading can also help relax the mind before bed. If you want to age healthily and happily, don't underestimate the power of sleep. A good night's rest is the foundation for a productive day and a balanced life. Have you ever felt that pang in your heart when you realize that you are distancing yourself from friends or family? In old age, maintaining an active social circle is essential to aging healthily and happily. Unfortunately, many people at this stage end up isolating themselves, whether due to losses, changes in routine, or simply believing that they no longer have much to offer. But know this, social isolation can be as harmful to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Studies show that people who maintain social connections live longer and better. That's because human interactions provide us with emotional support, reduce stress, and even strengthen our immune systems. Plus, being around positive and meaningful people helps us maintain an optimistic outlook on life, even when faced with the natural challenges of aging. But how do you cultivate healthy relationships in your senior years? The first step is to prioritize those who really matter. Distance yourself from toxic or negative people who drain your energy and invest in friendships that bring you joy and comfort. Join walking groups, book clubs, or community activities. If you live alone, consider using social media or apps to connect with others who share your interests. Remember, no one has to grow old alone. Keeping your social circle active is a gift you give yourself. Take care of those connections and see how they can transform your life. Have you ever stopped to think about how your thoughts influence your health and happiness? In old age, cultivating gratitude and positivity can be the difference between aging happily or falling into the trap of pessimism. Many people in this stage of life face losses, changes, and challenges that can lead to negative thoughts. However, it is precisely at these times that gratitude becomes a powerful ally. Negative thoughts not only affect our minds, but they also have real physical impacts. Studies show that chronic stress caused by emotions such as anger, frustration, or sadness can weaken our immune system, increase blood pressure, and even accelerate cellular aging. On the other hand, practicing gratitude daily has been associated with improvements in mental health, a greater sense of well-being, and even a healthier heart. But how do you develop a mindset of gratitude? Start small. Every day, write down 3 things you are grateful for. It can be something simple like a sunny day, a pleasant conversation, or a delicious meal. This practice helps train your mind to focus on the good in your life, even in difficult times. Also, try to avoid comparing yourself to the past or unrealistic expectations. Live in the present with gratitude. If you want to age healthily and happily, choose to adopt an attitude of gratitude today. The emotions we cultivate shape our reality, so why not choose the path of positivity? Did you know that the brain, like the muscles in the body, needs exercise to stay healthy and active? In old age, stimulating the mind is essential to prevent cognitive decline and keep the memory sharp. Unfortunately, many people at this stage of life end up falling into a routine of repetitive activities, which can limit the mental stimulation necessary for healthy aging. The brain works like a muscle. If it is not challenged, it loses strength. A lack of mental stimulation can lead to forgetfulness, difficulty concentrating, and even diseases such as Alzheimer's. On the other hand, keeping the brain active can improve memory, creativity, and even the ability to solve problems. Studies show that people who practice cognitive activities regularly have a lower risk of developing dementia or other problems related to brain aging. But how can you stimulate the mind? There are several simple and enjoyable ways to do this. Reading books, solving puzzles, playing chess, or even learning something new, such as a language or a musical instrument, are great options. Social activities that involve stimulating conversations also help keep your brain in shape. Brain training apps can also be a useful tool to challenge your mind on a daily basis. If you want to age healthily and happily, don't neglect the power of mental exercises. Take care of your brain with the same dedication you take care of your body. After all, an active mind is the secret to fully enjoying every moment in life. Have you ever noticed how excessive worry and guilt can drain your energy and happiness? In old age, it is common for these emotions to intensify, especially when we think about the past or worry about the future. However, living under the weight of these feelings can harm both our mental and physical health. It is time to learn to let go of these emotional burdens and live more lightly. Constant worry is like a vicious cycle. It does not solve problems, but it drains our energy and increases stress. In addition, guilt about what could have been done differently in the past only distances us from the present. Studies show that people who live overwhelmed by these emotions have a higher risk of developing anxiety, depression, and even physical problems such as hypertension and insomnia. On the other hand, freeing ourselves from these emotional bonds can bring inner peace and significantly improve our quality of life. But how do we deal with these emotions? The first step is recognize that the past cannot be changed and that the future is beyond our control. Instead of blaming or worrying, focus on what you can do today to improve your life. Practices such as meditation, deep breathing, and gratitude can help calm the mind. Talking to someone you trust or even seeking professional support can also be powerful ways to process these feelings. If you want to age healthily and happily, choose to let go of worry and guilt. Life is too short to waste on heavy thoughts. Live in the present with gratitude and lightness. Have you ever stopped to think about how much time you dedicate to taking care of yourself? In old age, self-care is more than a luxury. It is a fundamental necessity for aging healthily and happily. Unfortunately, many people at this stage of life end up neglecting their own needs, either by over-dedicating themselves to others or by believing that they no longer need to take care of themselves. But here's the truth. Self-care is the greatest gift you can give yourself. Self-care goes far beyond maintaining a good physical appearance. It's about nourishing your body, mind, and spirit. This includes practices like maintaining a personal hygiene routine, wearing clothes that make you feel good, making time for hobbies that bring you joy, and even taking care of your emotional health. When we prioritize self-care, our self-esteem increases. We feel more confident, and we find more pleasure in the little things in life. But how can you incorporate self-care into your routine? Start by creating special moments for yourself. It could be a relaxing bath, a walk outside, or even taking a few minutes to meditate or write in a journal. Invest in activities that bring you comfort and satisfaction, such as gardening, painting, or cooking. Also, remember that asking for help when you need it is also a form of self-care. If you want to age healthily and happily, commit to practicing self-care daily. When you take care of yourself, you are sending a clear message. You deserve love, attention, and respect, and that makes all the difference in the quality of your life. We have reached the end of this video, but also the beginning of a new journey for you. Today, we explore the 7 secrets to aging healthily and happily, avoiding a sedentary lifestyle, adopting a balanced diet, prioritizing sleep, maintaining social connections, cultivating gratitude, stimulating the mind, and practicing self-care. Each of these steps is like a piece of a puzzle that, when put together, forms the picture of a full and meaningful life in old age. But here's the most important thing. These secrets only work if you decide to put them into practice. It's no use just watching this video and thinking, this makes sense. Change starts with small daily actions. How about starting today? Choose a habit that you can implement right now, whether it's taking a 15-minute walk, writing down 3 things you're grateful for, or calling a friend. These small steps can transform your life over time. Remember, aging healthily and happily is not about being perfect or doing everything right. It's about choosing to take care of yourself every day and living with purpose. You deserve to enjoy every moment of your life with joy, lightness, and gratitude, and I'm sure you can do it. Before I close, I want to invite you to subscribe to the channel and share this video with someone who needs these reflections. Together, we can spread messages that really make a difference. Thank you very much for being here with me until the end, and remember, the future is shaped by the choices we make today. Live well, live happily.